All right, guys, we're gonna now that we have our little elephant starting to dry, his trunk, before we start working on the eyes and all of that, we're gonna actually go ahead and add the ears, okay? So once again, okay, we still don't know the exact size of ear that we're gonna need. I'll actually do the test, the trial for you. And we're not gonna use any cutters for this. You're gonna actually sculpt them by hand. I don't know if there's actually any cutters out there that are the shape of ears, elephant ears, so this might be a little bit too much. You don't want to make them too thick. They are going to be somewhat thin, and especially because our elephant is not that big, he's going to have cute little ears. For the baby elephant's ears, you're going to need 2 balls, the same exact size, and they will be 1 inch exactly in diameter. So go ahead and roll out your first ball to 1 inch, and then we'll roll out a second ball to 1 inch in diameter as well. Perfect. I'll put away the rest of my gum paste to make sure it doesn't dry on me. Okay, so this is the way you make elephant ears, okay? Take a little bit of shortening. We're gonna knead our gum paste. Get it nice and pliable. Again, we're gonna actually create wrinkles ourselves, so make sure all of your wrinkles are gone. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna roll out a teardrop shape, a fat teardrop shape, okay? Then I'm putting it on my tabletop, and I'm going to, okay, make sure the fat end of the teardrop is at the top and the pointy end is at the bottom. And then with my finger, I'm just going to press down on the right side. Since this is gonna be my elephant's left ear, I'm pressing down on the right side only. So once I've pressed it down, this is the way I want it to look, okay? That's just the starting shape, okay? Putting it back down on my table, so now this round part is gonna be facing me, okay? And the flat straight end is facing away from me. I'm gonna take my rolling pin and just gently roll so that it keeps that shape. Okay, that's the shape we want the elephant ear to take. Okay, now I'm gonna test it to see how it's gonna look on my elephant, and that's actually the perfect size. Okay, so when we place it on our elephant, it's gonna go right about there. Okay, when you place it from behind, it's gonna go on the head and will be glued to the body as well. All right, so this is my right size. Then what I'm gonna do is take my sharp tool, okay? I'm actually gonna use my little letter cutter for this, and all along the rim of the ear, I'm gonna indent little tiny wrinkles, both in the front and in the back, okay? So this straight side here is a part that's gonna go attached to the elephant. So just taking my straight edge, I'm just gonna indent little lines. So it looks like the little wrinkles on his ears. Really cute. If you don't have something sharp like this, you can always use your blade. And you don't want to press down too much, because then you'll actually start cutting the edge. You're just gently tapping it down enough to indent little wrinkles on the edge of the ear. Flipping it over. Okay, I'm going to switch back to my letter opener because I like it. Just gentle taps. So hopefully you can see all these little lines that I made on the edge of the ear and on the back too. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna test to see what areas are gonna be touching the elephant head, and I'm feeling with my fingers behind where it's gonna be touching, so that way I know where to add glue, because I don't want to put glue all the way over here and then stick it on here and then this part was never touching, so now I have all of this glue smeared here. So let me give you a better view there. Okay, so from feeling from behind where the ear is going to be touching the body, I'm only going to add glue to this area, to this area, and to here. Those are the only parts of the ear that are touching my elephant. And you don't want to add tons of glue. Remember, the more glue you add, the longer it's going to take for it to dry. So just add enough to where you know that it's going to actually just stick. That's all you want. Once edible glue is dry, it's pretty hard for it to just fall off or break off. Okay. So looking at it from the front, I'm going to place my ear where I think it goes. Okay, and gently pressing in with my fingers. I'm going to actually turn it around now. And holding the head carefully, don't squash the head and don't mess up everything you've already made. Just gently press it on there. And make sure that all the areas where you put glue is sticking. If you have a little bit of glue coming out, like I do here, just clean it up. I'm actually gonna add, well, actually I don't need to. I'm just gonna press the little ear in. Okay, so hopefully you think that looks cute. And you need to let this dry for, I would say, an entire day. At least when I do my figures, guys, I make them usually about a week before they're gonna be added to a cake. If I'm shipping these out of town, then I let them dry for a good 5 days, 4 to 5 days before I wrap them and ship them, because I want to make sure that they're completely dry. Okay, so there's the first ear. Now let's make the second ear, and we'll know that it's the right size because the second ball that we already rolled out, it was the same size as the first one. So get a little bit of shortening, and it's gotten cold since I made it, so I'm gonna have to knead this and get it nice and pliable again. Roll it into a ball. Get all the cracks and wrinkles out. Okay, we're gonna roll it into a teardrop. Okay. Now, since this is gonna be my right ear, again, remember placing your teardrop on your tabletop and making sure that the fat end is away from you and the pointy end is towards you. Okay, so you want to take your finger, and now we're going to press the left side of the ear down, making this end a little bit thicker and flattening the end with your finger to where you get this shape. Okay, so again, positioning the ear to where the straight side is away from you and the round part is closer to you. You're going to take your rolling pin, place it over the fat part here, and press down and roll towards you. Okay, so that's more or less the shape it should be. And I'm gonna test it. I actually went ahead and put my little toothpick holder here so that this ear can come forward. It was starting to lean back a little bit, so I like the way the baby elephants look with their little ears coming forward. If you want to have them hanging back, that's fine, but you can find another one of these gel food little jars, you know, and place it here and have it hold the ears in place. You'll be surprised how you can find things around your studio to help you out with your figures. So yeah, that looks about the right size. So what I'm gonna do, again, taking my sharp end, I'm going to make little wrinkles and lines on the edge of my ear, on the circular part. There's no point in adding wrinkles over here because that's gonna be the side glued to the body and no one's ever gonna see that. Okay. All right, so there's that side, turn it over. Now this side. Just on the edge. You don't need to go all the way into the ear. Okay. So, again, I'm going to test it just to see, you know, leaning up against the body to see what parts are going to be touching the body. Okay, so I have an idea of where I want to put glue. Okay, and make sure you're looking at it from the front. Okay, if you were looking at it, that would be your view. But this is my front here, and I'm going to position it exactly where the other ear is so that they look the same. Okay, and that looks about right from my angle. I'll show you guys a view in a little bit. Add a little bit of glue here where it's touching the arm. Let's look at it from behind and see if it looks the same. If it doesn't, just move it however you need to. Okay, so that they look the same. And what's cute about the ears, you know, that they're so thin, is you can actually make them look kind of flippity floppity. You know, you can kind of angle them in really cute ways. Like, see this little dent that I just made here? That looks really cute, that little fold. Okay, makes it look more real. All right, so again, this will take a good couple of days to completely dry, but you can go ahead and now let's start working on the eyes. So there's our little elephant so far. That's how it looks from the side, from behind, and the other side, and the front. All right.